construction outside is really freaking annoying. Hey guys, it's Julie and welcome back to my channel. So it's back to school season. Yay. I go back to school in a couple of weeks. So I thought, with me going into my junior year of college, I thought I'd give advice to those about to start college about things to expect when going to school, what not to expect, and just overall prepare you for what's about to happen. I would just like to make a disclaimer that yes, I'm a junior in college, so I'm basing all of this off my personal experience, what I've noticed and I've gone through, and what some of my other friends have gone through. So please take what I say with caution and just realize that this will probably happen. So the first thing is be prepared to not be best friends with your college roommate. Now, I know in almost every movie that you watch, you move in, you're best friends, you do everything together, you get along, and then in the end, she'll end up as like your maid of honor in your wedding. I hate to break it to you, probably not going to happen. It's okay to just coexist with your roommate. That's what I ended up doing. My roommate and I, when we first went to college, we were close. We wanted to be friends because she was the first person I actually met. I go to school that's 5.5 hours away with one other person from my high school. He and I talked, but we're not the closest by any means. So I took it as an opportunity to get to know her. And as time went on, I realized we don't have a lot of things in common. In the end, it just wasn't a good relationship. But that's a different story for a different day. It's okay to not be friends with your roommate. Just coexist. You're both living together. It's both your first year of school. Just take it as an opportunity to go out and meet people. My next piece of advice is be prepared to feel the most homesick your first couple of weeks there. For me, I never had an orientation at my school. We went 4 days before classes started. So I moved in, I think Thursday or Wednesday, something like that. I moved in and then I had what we call manreso, which is orientation, learning the school, meeting people. Sunday we finished up all of those activities that went from like 7 in the morning to 8 or 9 at night, nonstop. And then we stopped Sunday at noon. And that was when I felt alone. Again, I went 5.5 hours away from my house, from my family, from everything that was familiar to me. I went to complete unfamiliar surroundings. And that was the day I sat in my bathroom because our room had a bathroom in it. I sat in my bathroom and I cried because of how alone I felt. So be prepared to feel alone. It's up to you to do something about it. You are given all of these chances and it's time you go and act on it. The biggest tip I have for that is leave your room. I know your room is what's filled with your stuff. You probably just decorated it really cute and you love the way it's set up, but leave your room, go get involved. I met my closest friend sitting in the lounge of our floor because we both had awkward and not ideal roommate situations. She's probably the closest person I will ever know because we left our rooms and we were able to interact with each other and other people. So definitely leave your room and get involved. If there are things that you want to try, like you see something that is really cool, go for it. No one's gonna stop you. If you have a really strong interest, for me, I love Christmas, and there is a Christmas club at my school, which around the Christmas time, we help kids and celebrate Christmas. That's something that I think is super cool and super helpful. So I went and got involved with that, and I met some great people from that. Get involved in different groups, and you'll have the greatest opportunity to meet people. This one is probably the biggest tip that I have. You're gonna have to learn to manage schoolwork and social life. You're gonna have to prioritize schoolwork first. You're going to a university or college or wherever for school. That's what the university is. It's school. It's gonna be a lot harder than high school. I was the type of person that would study for an exam maybe 2 class periods before and I would do just fine. Or maybe even the night before if I was lucky. Now I have to go a week before. You have to get an agenda or a planner or whatever you call it to Plan out when homework assignments are due. I don't care if you never used one in high school, it's time that you use one in college, because this workload will pile up. If you're on top of your work, then you'll have so much free time. You have a lot of free time as it is going into school, but you'll have so much more where you can hang out with friends, do more social life, go explore a new city if you're living in it, go do things that you want to do, but you have to put schoolwork first. And definitely study. This next one is actually really surprising to people, and I don't think people realize it's happening until it happens to them. And that is the friends you meet your first day of school, or maybe even your first couple of years of school, won't necessarily be the friends that you keep by the time you graduate. Like, I met a lot of people my freshman year, people I thought I was the closest with, people that I thought, oh, we're gonna be best friends forever, but that's not the case. Nothing necessarily happened, we just grew apart, we met other people, and we just stopped talking to each other. And it's perfectly okay, because everyone's in the same boat of meeting people, joining different things, doing activities. It's happening, and you're just going to meet people, and you're gonna change a lot in college. You'll be surprised on how much you change in college, and other people are changing too. So again, be open to meeting new people, and just go accept that you're gonna make new friends, and that friends will constantly be changing. My next piece of advice is make sure you take time for yourself. I know I said earlier that you should prioritize schoolwork, and yes, you should. Schoolwork is very important, because in the end, that's what's gonna get you your degree. But you also need to take care of yourself physically, mentally, other types of health, spiritually, all of the above. You need to take care of yourself. If you're not feeling well, like you have the flu, don't go to class. You take time to recover. If you have really bad anxiety or depression, you need to listen to yourself. Your school probably has thousands of resources to help you with your mental health, to help you with your physical health. And you should idolize those so you can feel 100%, so you can keep doing the things that you want to do. Stress is going to happen. You will feel stress beyond your wildest thoughts. Just because of how much of everything you have to deal with, you need to take time. Take a me break, go to the gym. Like, I love working out when I'm stressed because I just feel more relaxed afterwards. You take a break from your schoolwork. Sitting at your desk for a long period of time can actually make you think less clearly. Psychology. You feel more exhausted and you procrastinate even more. So take your breaks, do your homework in increments, and plan out times where you're gonna stop for the night and then start up again. I think when I first went to school, my mindset was I'm gonna do homework or even in class from like 9 to 5. 8 hours, that's a work day. So then on the weekends, I don't have as much to do. At night, I still have my me time. I can watch my shows, I can hang out with my friends still. You plan out what you have to do and when you're gonna do it. You find the time to do it. And then you take care of yourself on top of that. My last piece of advice is be yourself. College is the time where you're going to find who you really are. You just finished up your crazy adolescent years, teenage, high school, all of that. And you're going to a place where you can have your fresh start. Like my high school, I went to school with most of those kids for 18 years of my life. So they knew me pretty well as I knew them. And then I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I was terrified because I didn't want the people at my high school to judge me. Like, I've wanted to start this channel. I've probably started one since middle school. I've tried, I've made videos, I've done edits, and then I would be terrified that someone was gonna find them and they were gonna make fun of me. In college, I realized I don't care. It's something I wanna do, so I do it. If there's a club that you thought you would never feel accepted doing before, do it. If it's what you wanna do, do it. If there's a certain major that you wanna do, but you're afraid people are gonna judge you, screw it and just do what you want to do. Find out what you like and don't like. So those are my few tips that I have about going to college. Again, this is from my experience, what I went through, and what I thought people should know about going to school. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you found any of these tips helpful, and if you even went through some of these tips or have tips for other people. But make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep up with my college journey, and I'll see you all next time.